Recognizing the early signs of depression can make a world of difference in seeking help, providing support, and even preventing it from worsening. Whether it's you, a loved one, or a friend, knowing what to look for is a powerful step toward healing. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about the subtle but significant signs that might be signaling depression. This conversation could change a life, maybe even yours. Let's start by understanding what depression really is. It's more than just feeling sad or having a bad day. Depression is a persistent mental health condition that affects how you think, feel, and handle daily activities. It's not a weakness or something you can simply snap out of. It's a medical condition, and like any medical issue, early detection can lead to better outcomes. That's why paying attention to the early signs is so critical. One of the earliest signs is a noticeable change in mood. This might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. It's not just sadness, it's a lingering feeling of emptiness, hopelessness, or numbness that doesn't go away. You might feel like you're carrying a heavy emotional weight without knowing why. If this feeling sticks around for weeks, it's worth paying attention to. Next is a loss of interest in activities you once loved. Whether it's hobbies, spending time with friends, or even things like eating your favorite food, depression can sap the joy out of life. If you or someone you know starts withdrawing from these activities, it's not just being lazy or in a funk. It's a red flag. Another sign is changes in sleep patterns. Depression doesn't have a one-size-fits-all approach here. Some people might struggle with insomnia, lying awake for hours with racing thoughts. Others might experience hypersomnia, sleeping excessively and still feeling tired. If your sleep habits have changed drastically and you can't pinpoint a cause, this could be an indicator. Physical symptoms often creep in too. Depression isn't just in the mind, it can affect the body. You might feel constant fatigue, unexplained aches and pains, or changes in appetite, either eating too much or losing your appetite entirely. These physical changes are your body's way of signaling that something is wrong. Difficulty concentrating or making decisions is another key sign. Depression can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. You might find yourself forgetting things, struggling to focus on work, or taking forever to decide on things you usually wouldn't think twice about. These aren't just moments of distraction, they're part of the mental fog that depression brings. Pay attention to irritability or unexplained anger. Depression doesn't always show up as sadness. For some people, it manifests as frustration, irritability, or even angry outbursts over small things. If someone seems more on edge than usual, this could be a sign they're struggling internally. Feelings of worthlessness or excessive guilt are common early indicators too. You might feel like you're a burden, that you're not good enough, or that you're failing at everything, even if there's no logical reason for those thoughts. This inner criticism can become a constant, painful voice in your head. Social withdrawal is another clue. Depression often makes people isolate themselves. If someone stops answering calls, cancels plans, or avoids interactions altogether, it's not just about being introverted, it might be a sign they're struggling with depression. Let's not overlook self-harm or thoughts of suicide. These are serious signs that require immediate attention. If someone talks about feeling like life isn't worth living or makes comments about wanting to disappear, don't brush it off. These thoughts can be an early sign of severe depression, and professional help is crucial. It's also important to remember that depression doesn't look the same for everyone. Cultural, gender, and age differences can affect how it manifests. For example, men might show more irritability and anger, while women might exhibit sadness and hopelessness. In teenagers, depression often shows up as irritability or defiance, while in older adults, it might appear as physical symptoms or memory problems. So, what should you do if you notice these signs? First, don't ignore them. Whether it's you or someone else, acknowledging the problem is the first step. Reach out for help, talk to a trusted friend, family member, or healthcare professional. Sometimes, just voicing what you're going through can provide immense relief. Therapy is a powerful tool. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and other forms of counseling can help you understand and manage depression. Medications, prescribed by a professional, can also play a role in stabilizing your mood. There's no one-size-fits-all treatment, but combining therapy, lifestyle changes, and, if needed, medication can lead to recovery.